The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. Here are the top stories of the hour. The Health Department has detected 7 more cases of the Arcturus COVID-19 subvariant. This brings the total number of Arcturus infections in the Philippines to 11. The new Arcturus cases were logged in Central Luzon, Bicol Region, Western Visayas, Mimaropa, and Cordillera. Meanwhile, Octa reports that Metro Manila COVID-19 positivity rate has almost flatlined and may decrease this week. However, other areas like Isabela, Camarines Sur, and Quezon continue to log high COVID-19 positivity rates. The Agriculture Department will implement what it calls a cold storage price for onions to bring down retail prices. According to DA Assistant Secretary Christine Evangelista, stakeholders have agreed on a cold storage price for wholesale price of 115 pesos per kilo for red onions and 100 pesos for every kilo of white onions. This as the DA is expected to implement suggested retail prices for onions. Under the agreed upon SRP, red onions should sell for about 150 pesos by the kilo, while white onions should be priced at around 140 pesos per kilo. This in a bid to bring down retail prices of onions, which have reached 200 pesos per kilo in markets as of recent. The DA warns that retailers who fail to comply with onion SRPs will face cases of profiteering and price manipulation. The DA is expected to implement onion SRPs today or tomorrow.
Retailers did not have access also dun sa tamang presyo ng sibuyas, kaya hindi po sila makasunod dun sa ating suggested retail price. With fixing yung bottleneck sa cold storage, which is parang wholesale price din po lumalabas, then we believe that this is going to be already fair sa ating retailer para po sila makasunod sa tamang presyo.
The fire that hit Manila Central Post Office has injured at least 4 personnel of the Bureau of Fire Protection. BFP National Capital Region Director Nahum Tarosa said the personnel suffered minor injuries and were immediately given medical aid. Tarosa said the structure was 100% burned, as the building was mostly made of light materials like wood. Postmaster General and CEO Louis Carlos said the fire damaged mail sent to Manila and those for provinces and abroad. Carlos assured the public that they have a backup system in place. The blaze started at 11 p.m. on Monday and was raised to the highest alarm level at past 5 a.m. today. It was declared under control at around 7 a.m., more than 7 hours after the fire erupted. The incident caused heavy traffic around Loton, as shown in the aerial footage from the city government of Manila. Authorities are now investigating the cause of the fire.
Slight injuries lang po tayo, may mga difficult to breathing, may natapilok, may nasugatan lang po, laceration, pero hindi naman po siya life-threatening.
Mga kawani po ito ng BFP?
Mga BFP personnel.
In the next few days, we will try to fix wherever offices that we have. We're putting up the Manila Central Post Office in the Foreign Surface Mail Distribution Center in Delpan. That's the plan as of the moment.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Diego Castro. 21-year-old Second Lieutenant Warren Leonor was hailed valedictorian out of 300 graduates of the Philippine Military Academy this year. The Madasigon class of 2023 valedictorian is the son of a retired soldier from Lipa, Batangas. Warren hopes to follow the footsteps of his father, who served in the Philippine Air Force. In his
My father, as being part or being a retired enlisted personnel of the Philippine Air Force, he brought me and he exposed me to the environment of Philippine Air Force, and that is one of my inspiration for entering the academy.
In his valedictory speech, Warren remembered two of his former classmates, Darwin Dormitorio and Mario Telan, who died in separate incidents in 2019. Dormitorio died in a hazing incident that year, and charges have been filed against two cadets allegedly involved in the incident. Telan, meanwhile, died from drowning during training, also in 2019.
To our dear Mistas who have departed, Cadet Darwin Dormitorio and Cadet Mario Telan Jr., you will forever be a cherished part of the Madasigon class of 2023. Yung nangyari sa kanila, yun yung naging rason kung bakit mas malapit yung bond namin together with our Mistap.
President Bongbong Marcos called on new graduates of the Philippine Military Academy to uphold democratic ideals. In his speech during the commencement ceremony for the PMA Madasigon class of 2023 in Baguio City, Marcos Jr. reminded the graduates about the importance of consensus and responsible performance of their duties. The president also reiterated his pursuit to modernize the armed forces through military asset acquisitions and upgrades. Aside from that, he noted that the government is studying how to improve social protection for the military and police.
As you join the military's ranks, continue to fuel your undying commitment to genuine love for country and for public service. In all your tasks, diligently work for unity, respect for democratic ideals, institutions and mechanisms, and the rule of law.
House Speaker Martin Romualdez warns that occasional moves to destabilize the lower chamber should be immediately shut down. In a statement, Romualdez said occasional moves to destabilize the House should be, quote, nipped in the bud as early as now. He added that he would rather have the lower chamber focus on more urgent matters rather than engaging in politicking. Romualdez said this amid the ruckus brought by the demotion of Pampanga Representative Gloria Macapagal Arroyo from the senior deputy speakership. Arroyo has earlier doused allegations that she was planning to oust Romualdez. She admitted, though, that she was gunning for the House speakership when Marcos won the presidency, but backed off after it, quote, became apparent that Marcos wanted Romualdez to be the speaker. Following that shakeup at the lower house, Vice President Sara Duterte also resigned from Lakas CMD, where Arroyo is President Emerita. Though the Vice President has kept mum on leadership squabbles in Congress, she did post a cryptic message on social media. In her Instagram account, Duterte shared a self-portrait alongside the caption, "In your ambition, do not be tambaloslos." Tambaloslos refers to a grotesque demon-like mythical creature from Visayas. Duterte's cryptic post leaves a lot to interpretation. Her communications team has yet to respond to queries on whether or not she was calling out a specific person. In a video posted by the Vice President's friend, film director Daryl Yap, Duterte again used the word tambaloslos, this time together with Senator Amy Marcos. The two officials teased Yap using the word, which could also loosely mean crazy. Yap recently had a series of posts on Facebook expressing sympathy over the senator's failure to get a presidential pardon for aging inmates at the Women's Correctional.
Dahil ang balus-lus ka.
Ala, tigilan mo na daw, tambalus-lus.
And that's it for this hour. I'm Diego Castro. Join us again at 11:15 a.m. We are One News. All sides, all the time.